Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in this video, holy crap, I've hit 500 subscribers for the channel. Now I know that doesn't seem like, it seems pretty weird because I just did a milestone video at 486 and I built a 486 retro PC. Because that was mainly because I'm a nerd and I thought, hey, that'd be kind of funny and cool, and it actually turned out to be went really well. That was a really positive video that I did. But 500 subscribers is kind of a neat milestone because channel-wise, that means I am now halfway to the 1,000 subscriber mark, which makes a YouTube channel officially a true channel, which doesn't really mean much because I still consider this a true channel. I have, you know, I put time and effort into it. I've made improvements to it, and I also have subscribers, followers, commenters, and a small community that I interact with on the channel. So I do consider it a real channel. But for, you know, numbers reasons and quantifications, I guess, it's not truly a real channel yet in YouTube's eyes until 1,000. But I'm halfway there, and that's actually really amazing to me that I've actually been able to stick with this and keep going for 500 subs. And yes, I know I hit 500 subscribers about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I wanted to make sure that the number stayed there because even though I don't pay attention to analytics too much, I had noticed that I'll gain like 4 or 5 subs and lose 1 or 2, and then gain 4 or 5 and then lose 1 or 2. I just wanted to make sure it stayed above 500 that way when I made this video. But for this video, I'm going to be doing a game room tour of the my little game room down here. Because I've been wanting to do it for a while. I've just been hesitant to since I've always constantly changing and moving stuff around. But then this way, as the channel goes on in the future, I might do this once a year just for any additions and improvements that I've made from this point on. So who knows? Anyway, yes, that's the reward for 500 subs and hitting this small milestone is a game room tour. Now, I don't know how long this video is going to be. It might just be a real quick recap of all my stuff, or it could just be a longer video where I kind of go into detail some stuff. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about some stuff that's in my collection, stuff that I care about, that I find interesting. And yeah, it's not the biggest collection or the most impressive collection out there by any means. I've seen some really impressive game rooms, but it's mine. It's my game room. It's my collection. It's the way I have stuff set up. And for right now, at the moment, it's, well, it makes the casual game room the casual game room. So let's just take a look at it and see what I got down here.
All right, so first off, let's get the nice wide angle shot of the entire game shelf. And this has actually evolved a lot over the years. Even though I only have one picture of it from early on, and I posted it on YouTube and I'm going to post it on Instagram, which I'll come to that much later. But yeah, nice wide shot of my current game collection. And then we'll do a nice pan around and show the kind of stuff I've got in my room. And if the room looks small, you're not imagining it. This room is actually very small. All right, so let's talk about some of the stuff in detail. What game room tour would be complete without the obligatory doorway into the game room? This is actually from the basement into the game room, which, yes, I am down in the basement. It is unfortunate, but actually this is actually a nice place for a game room. It's out of the way, not taking up any space from upstairs. It's fine. All right, so first thing we have Hot Wheels and Nintendo did a collaboration thing with Mario Kart stuff. And so there's several different series of these. I've seen like, I think 3 now already, or maybe 4 at Walmart. I'm missing Tanuki Mario. This is the first series. Missing Tanuki Mario. My brother-in-law said this on eBay. I just need to get it at some point, like a lot of things. A Wii gaming accessory pack. Now this is kind of a strange thing. These were everywhere about a decade ago, but they've slowly been dying off to the point where you don't really come across these very much. I see them on eBay and Amazon, but like just find them out in the wild in stores that are one of these chintzy, plasticky, chasqui things. Yeah, I don't come across them much. So when I did, I snagged it. There's nothing special about it. It's not like a rare thing. It's just I didn't come across it much. I might open that for a video at some point. Next up, we have my NES in box complete. That is about as I'd say it's almost as mint condition as you could get without it being sealed. It was adult owned. He was very particular about putting it back in the box when he was done. In fact, I think he rarely played it. And I say that because everything's like almost brand new. Even one of the controllers is still wrapped in bubble wrap. I'm going to be doing a video, like an unboxing video of sorts, with that at some point in the future. In fact, probably pretty soon. I just really want to do it because it's kind of neat. My Activision Blast consoles, which you've seen in a previous video. I'm actually replaying through these because I want to get a better like comparison video between this, the compilation game packs from like the PS1 and PS2 eras, and then the early 2000s plug and plays. I just kind of want to compare them, see how far evolved plug and plays have become. The PlayStation iCamera. This was kind of a weird thing. I saw it at Goodwill, clearly, and they were doing a weird tag sale where, like, I don't know if it was all Goodwills or just my local one. Blue ones were like 50% off, red ones were like 75%, yellow was 25%, you know, whatever. But I got this early on because I wanted this to be the camera for the channel. Put it on a tripod, it had a built-in microphone, but it only records 640 by 480, and that's just not good. That, and I need hacky driver software stuff to get to work, and no. The Lego Lamborghini Countach. Okay, this is because of a couple reasons. One, I loved this car growing up back in the day. It was one of those super exotic cars that, you know, young kids drooled over in the 90s. Even though as I got older and became a mechanic, I realized that Lamborghinis and mostly supercars are just impractical as all heck. No point in having them. But yeah, it hit two nostalgic itches for me. It's Lego and it's the Countach. And I was like, you know what? Early birthday present for myself. Why not? Just a couple bucks at Walmart. The Atari CX2600A Video Computer System Owner's Manual. Yeah, I have this and a bunch of game manuals stacked behind it. I need to display these better. They're just there for backdrop stuff when I'm doing some future video stuff, gameplay stuff. Speaking of that, Ninja Turtles NES Complete Inbox. Not my most favorite game. It's a super fun game, but yeah, I just put it up here because it was the first one I grabbed. I have 3 others in box. But yeah, it's just kind of neat because I don't ever come across NES stuff in box. Like, this is one of the consoles I just don't. That and Super Nintendo, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, these came with the NES in box, actually. There's a really neat story with that. I'll talk about that when I do that video. But yeah, they're as complete as you can get, and they're actually very, very good condition. Like, I don't even think the posters were ever unfolded. I don't think the owner's manuals were opened all that much. They still have the plastic bags that the cartridges came in with the foam blocks on the bottom. They're as complete as you're gonna get. But yeah, anyway, this is just up here because it was the one I grabbed. I could have put Tetris or anything up here. It's just for backdrop stuff. I do want to display these at some point. I think I might take them out of the box actually and put them with the others, and then just display the boxes in some way. But yeah, the remotes for my LEDs and a retro funnel. Actually, I don't even know why that's there. That's for my camping lantern. I don't know why it's there. Anyway, moving on. My Atari collection, or I should say that it was my dad's Atari collection. About half of this was his, and then I've added to it. And yes, there's some gaps because I'm trying to make space for the others I picked up in that 13 video. But yeah, I have some notable ones. I think some of the more notable ones are like, I have most iconic one. I had Adventure. I have 2 Adventures actually. I have the cool graphic art one, which is like not indicative of the gameplay at all. And then I have a boring later re-release that's just Adventure game program. Actually, wait, that's from 1980. Yeah, never mind. This one's from 78. Yeah, that's one thing that kind of bugged me is a lot of earlier Atari games had cool artwork, and then as they were re-released later, they lost it. Like Centipede here. I don't know why some games did that and why some didn't. There's no consistency here. But I got the Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. I have E.T. Don't Tell the Nerd. Omega Race. Yeah, that's a weird one. It's got like extra RAM or something in it to make it a little bit better, like graphically, I think, if I remember right. Pitfall. You just can't not have Pitfall. River Raid. I have Pac-Man, I think. Yeah, Pac-Man. I need to alphabetize those once I get those other games in there. But yeah, my 4, turns out I had 4 ColecoVision games. So this fourth one here, Wing War, I did not know that it was a ColecoVision game because it says Coleco and well, so does Donkey Kong. So I thought it was an Atari game, but it would never fit on my Atari. I thought it was kind of weird until I got the ColecoVision and I realized, oh wait, no, that's a ColecoVision game. So I actually put that with the Colecos. So now I have 4. Still kind of softly breaking a rule of mine, but I do have a working Coleco, so it counts. Anyway, the NES, an iconic game console. I was playing this between this and the Super Nintendo, which is coming up. That was at home. This was at the grandparents' house. About half of these, I'd say, were my original library, and I've added to it extensively, especially games I've been wanting to try and play for a while. But I got some neat ones. I got Bobble. I got Commando, Dr. Mario, Dragon Warrior, Excitebike, Ghosts and Goblins. Just so many good, both Zelda games. A couple unlicensed ones like Pac-Mania and Miss Pac-Man. I kind of want to get the unlicensed version of Pac-Man though, just so it's, consistency. I got my Super Games in 1, which has been a really fun cartridge. Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. And then I also have the triple one, the Duck Hunt Mario Bros. Track Meet. And I also have Mario 3, so between this, 3, and Mario 2 in a box, I can play all the Marios. Yeah. Plus I have my 4 inbox NES games. So yeah, I got some staples, and I am going to be playing these, doing videos on them. So be on the lookout for that. Super Nintendo, like I said, this was what I was playing in the 90s. Even up until 99 when we got the PS1, I was still playing this. Yeah, I was a little late to the game on that, but yeah, I loved playing this thing so much. Ironically, I don't have a lot of games because unfortunately by the time that I was actually starting to look for NES stuff, it was a previous generation stuff, and it was actually not all that common to find, unironically, and it's still not for some reason. But I got Super Mario World, I got DK Country, Jurassic Park, Pitfall, Mortal Kombat, SimCity, Star Fox, Street Fighter 2, Mario All-Stars, Turtles 4, one of the best Turtles games, Ultima. I need to, I have been looking at getting more NES stuff, but I want to complete the games I used to have, and I'm missing 2. Super Metroid and Link to the Past. Once I get those 2, then I'll start, getting games that I might enjoy or might not, just to, add to my shelf, because this was my favorite console. I would love to get at least an in-box Super Nintendo game, just for like an example of it. Because I think we kind of need to have at least a complete cartridge of each console-based game, but yeah. Anyway, speaking of small libraries, my small Sega Genesis collection. And yeah, like I said, ignore the gaps. I haven't put all the games away yet. But yeah, I bought about a good chunk of this at a garage sale. They were in a shoebox. It was like marked $10. I figured, why not? Which then meant I didn't have a Genesis, so I had to buy that mini Genesis thing, which we all seen the video I did on that. And then I've been adding some games to it, and then I got the real Genesis, a Model 2. But yeah, I got the Sega Genesis 6-pack. That's a lot of fun, actually. Altered Beast, Jurassic Park, which is apparently way different than the Super Nintendo version. I can't wait to test that out. Mortal Kombat 2. I need to get Mortal Kombat 1. Pitfall. Sonic 2, Sonic and Knuckles. I need to get Sonic 3 and Sonic 1 by itself. And plus just pad out my Genesis stuff, because kind of a small library, yes, but there's a lot of good Genesis games I want to get. Plus my 1 inbox Genesis game. This is the only one I've ever come across in the wild, so that's why I have it. Again, not my favorite game, but it's an inbox incomplete game, so why not? Anyway, N64, and yes, Mario Party's not here. It's there right now. But yeah, so the weird story with this is I said that the NES was at my grandparents and the Super Nintendo was at home. The NES was at my dad's parents, on my grandparents on my dad's side. But the grandparents on my mom's side was the N64. And it was not allowed to leave for reasons. because it was all the grandkids. But as time went on, it kind of was like I was the only one that would play it when I was over there. So eventually I just asked if I could have it, and they said sure. I just never brought it home. And I kind of wish I would have, because at some point it disappeared. I got told a story which I don't really believe, but it's one of those, you know, I don't want to get involved with it. Anyway, I got some neat staples here. I mean, iconic games that almost any N64 collection has to have. I got Ocarina of Time. Oh, and Rogue Squadron. I got Wipeout, Wave Rider, Mario 64, Star Fox, Jet Force Gemini, GoldenEye. I mean, who can't have that? Excite Bike and DK Country. I'm missing one game from the original library that we had back in the day, and that's Perfect Dark. Once I get that, then I can start kind of being a little less selective about the N64 games I get. Anyway, the PS1. So yeah, me and my sisters got this thing Christmas of '99, and I remember the first game I got, it was Twisted Metal 4, and they got Barbie Racing Ride. We still have Barbie Racing Ride. And Twisted Metal is somewhere in here. There it is. And yeah, some of them are not in the original cases. There's actually a reason for that. It's a funny, not funny story that involves the GameCube. But that'll be for when I talk about that later in a different video. But yeah, about half of this was our original games, and it eventually got to the point where I was the only one playing it, so it got known as my PlayStation. But yeah, I got some pretty neat stuff. I got the Activision classics, I got Intellivision classics, I got Frogger, I got Gex, GTA 1, I got the original Medal of Honor, I got Metal Gear Solid, I got NASCAR Rumble, really fun, weird game, Need for Speed High Stakes. I have all 3 Resident Evils. I need to recase 2 and 3. I have the best revision of Resident Evil, the greatest hits director's cut with DualShock support. This is basically like the final printing of Resident Evil, and it's all the bugs and fix and patch and all that kind of stuff. So this is the best version. I will fight people on that. I will. Put it be dukes. I have all the Tomb Raiders. I need to re-get the Spyros and the Crashes. I had all the Spyros at one point, but Retro's Rage and Spyro 1 got broken a long time ago. I need to replace them, and I need to get the Crashes, and then I can just start padding out my PS1 stuff. And when I talk about my collections, when I say pad out, I don't mean like just, you know, buy games to add to the shelf and make it look bigger. No, I mean like get games that I'll actually play and enjoy. And if I don't enjoy them, I don't want them in my collection, kind of thing. We got some PS1 demo discs here. They have an Xbox 360 cases just to keep them protected. Because otherwise they're just loose flying around. This one's kind of weird. This one's in a PS2 case. Somebody actually wrote it's Jam Pack Winter 01, but it's a PS1 disc. And I find that weird because I also have Jam Pack Fall 01, and it's actually in a PS1 case. And it's full of demos. Which, I miss demo discs. Anyway, a PS2. So, all the PS2 games that I have on my shelf, about a third of them are not mine. They're actually my wife's. She had the PS2 growing up this generation. I had the GameCube. And she had a lot of neat games too, and I will not lie when I say I padded this collection out from a pawn store. But anyway, some notable things I have real quick is I have one Jam Pack demo disc. It's got a lot of neat demos in it, some preview videos. Yeah. Really weird that I have the demo of Thieves Raccoonus, so it'd be neat to play that and see how far it was different than the game that came out. Yeah, it's just really weird. But anyway, I got Dead or Alive 2, which is a pretty interesting game if you know, you know. Dead or Alive 2 Hardcore, kind of a neat cover because they don't show any of the stuff that makes this game well known. I also have Final Fantasy X and X2. I played a little bit of X. I've not played X2 yet. Both Gran Turismos. I have 2 versions of the same game. I think the reason why I have this is because one's one of the earlier first printings of it, and then one's the Greatest Hits edition. The reason why is because I kind of want to compare these two games. I was told, and this was years ago back in high school, because they were trying to tell me to get rid of the greatest hits PS1 stuff at the time. This is when that stuff was a generation or two back now. That the greatest hits of a lot of games had, especially in the PS2 era, might have had stuff removed, like songs, or especially in Gran Turismo's case, apparently a car got removed. I have not been able to prove that yet, but something I want to test out. But anyway, a double pack of Grand Theft Auto. I think I have all the Jak and Daxters. I have all the Medal of Honors. I think I have all the Mortal Kombats. I think I'm missing a Ratchet and Clank. I have all the Sly Coopers, including the greatest hits of Thievis Raccoonus, which again I want to test out. A really neat one in my collection for this is the Sonic Mega Collection Plus. This is a really neat compilation disc that basically lets you play all of the Sonic games, or at least most of them. Yeah, that almost deserves a dedicated video in itself. The original Battlefronts, I mean, those are iconic games. I think I have all the Tony Hawks, I think, as well. But yeah, super neat games. So when I say padding out, about one section's worth of these games, maybe minus like a couple, I actually got at a pawn shop. They were doing, some guy traded in like hundreds of PS2 stuff, pawned it all off just to get a PS4. And they were literally selling shrink-wrapped bundles, like 20 games for like 10 bucks, just to offload their inventory. I bought a bundle, and there was so many games in there that I didn't even have. There was a couple duplicates, obviously. I think I got rid of those. But yeah, there were some sports titles in there too. But yeah, I really was able to pad out my collection with that. And luckily there were games that all seemed interesting, like Spy Hunter and Super Monkey Ball, Super Trucks Racing. Like, there were some good games in there. So it wasn't all garbage. The most latest thing I'm actually collecting is now PS3. And this is because I didn't have the PS3 growing up. That generation I had the Wii, had the Xbox 360. So obviously I missed out on some really cool games like Dirt, Little Big Planet, Uncharted. I think Wolfenstein was on Xbox 360 actually. But yeah, I really want to start playing PS3 stuff because it's a really neat console actually. I can see why it was so well loved and well liked. And plus I have some games that are on cross console with Xbox 360 that I can compare them a little bit. Plus, I mean, I had to get New Vegas Ultimate Edition. I mean, that's my favorite game, so of course I'm gonna, yeah. I can't wait to start adding to this collection, getting some games that, you know, I know that I enjoy, but just playing on a different console. And get some games that I haven't played yet. The OG Xbox. I don't know why some people, Scott the Laws, call this the joke of the collecting world, but in a way I can see it, but in another way it's like, come on, there's a lot of great games on the original Xbox. But yeah, some neat stuff I have. Some of these demo discs here. These are cool. So these are kind of like with the PS1 Jam Pack stuff, but these, not only did you get demos, you got so many demos, you also got a bunch of video showcases showing upcoming games that don't have demos for them yet. Plus you get some special effects stuff, behind the scenes stuff, and then you also can download to your hard drive new maps. You know, and it's one of those things, it's like, that's like the coolest idea ever for a demo disc, is you can literally try stuff out, plus you get extra bonus content. Like, I even have some exhibition discs. Some notable stuff in this collection, I believe I have all the Burnouts, some of the earlier Call of Duties. I have a video game based on the worst movie ever. I have Halo and Halo 2, so I want to talk about these two real quick, because these are kind of notable in my collection. I have the Red Label Best of Platinum Hits on Halo. So with this, the Platinum Hits was the best-selling games. Like, you had to sell so many copies of the game within such an amount of time to get a Platinum hit. So the best-selling of the Platinum Hits got this Red Label. I think there's only like 16 or so, maybe, that were given this. So you had to be the best-selling game to get Platinum Hits, plus you had to be the best-selling of the best-selling to get the Red Label. And this even has a sticker that says this is the best-selling Xbox game. So this was numero uno, which is kind of cool. And then for Halo 2, what makes my copy kind of special is it's the first printing. It even has the do not sell before 11904. The only other game I have that does that is Project Gotham Racing, which is also do not sell before. First printing, kind of, sort of, not really kind of thing. But yeah, I have Namco Museum. I got, I think I got most of Midnight Clubs. Hit and Run, great game. A lot of like, you know, angsty adult games came on the Xbox, which made it awesome. Xbox 360, and I apologize for triggering anyone's OCD with the things not being in order, things being pushed back and stuff. My toddler decided he wanted to help organizing my games the best way that a toddler can. But anyway, me and my wife got the Xbox 360 when the Slim was launched. We decided to get a bunch of games that were multiplayer for me and her to be able to play, you know, split screen with. So we had things like Left 4 Dead, which is an amazing zombie game. And then she also got Skyrim, and I got Fallout. So we were able to play our own games too. And obviously, mainly all of these came from like Goodwills and garage sales, because Xbox 360 is kind of cheap to collect right now. It's a neat way to just, you know, get games that you never got a chance to play. What's some neat stuff I got in my Xbox 360? I haven't really thought about that. I'd say this the fact that I have Borderlands and BioShock. These are kind of really fun games. I have a useless game here, Destiny, because I think the servers are finally offline. I have both Dead Islands. Got Duke Nukem. Yeah. I have all the Gears of War, I think, anyway. Hopefully someone correct me on that. I also have Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2. So somewhere along the lines I'm missing 11 and 12. I need to get those. I have all the Halos, the Orange Box, and the Medal of Honor Remake, Prey, Portal 2, Perfect Dark Zero, which is a really neat sequel. 99 Nights, I haven't tried that yet, but I've actually heard it's decent. I have all of the Saints Rows, if you're that kind of person. Yeah. I have, what game is this? Oh yeah, Walking Dead. I was playing a little bit of it. I put all my Kinect games down here just to kind of keep all the purples together. Nothing super noticeable here, except Game Party Emotion has a different label, which is triggering... I don't have OCD. I don't have it. And I have one sealed Dance Central. So yeah, I'm a hardcore collector. And I put the King games down here because they don't have the Xbox 360. So if I put them alphabetically, I mean, okay, I'm not doing it for consistency at this point, but yeah. Then I put them next with these two oddballs because, okay. So what these was they were already on Xbox 360, and then they re-released it with a sticker that said plays on Xbox One or Xbox One compatible. And then they re-released them with the Xbox One style artwork, like layout, but an Xbox 360 case. So yeah, it doesn't fit with your Xbox One games. It doesn't fit with your Xbox 360 games. It's annoying. But wait, there's more. They re-released it in Xbox One size cases. So your Xbox 360 game doesn't fit with your Xbox 360. I'm done. Anyway, moving on. All right. The Nintendo GameCube. This was my bread and butter for that generation. I loved the GameCube. A lot of my friends had PS2 or Xbox. I was the weirdo that had the GameCube, and I'm glad I did because I got to play so many good high quality games, and this console had so many good quality stuff. Like, just for example, I have F-Zero GX. I have my first game still, the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition promotional disc. I love this because this was the only way I could play these 4 games, because either my copy of Zelda didn't work, I didn't have Adventure of Link, I didn't have access to Ocarina of Time, and I didn't have Majora's Mask. Even though I never noticed it, but Majora's Mask didn't run well apparently, and Ocarina of Time had some weird resolution changes to it, so it wasn't a true way of playing. Whatever. It was still fun. I love playing it still. Mario Kart Double Dash. Got both Metroid Primes. It's a funny story with Metroid Prime. This is the 3rd copy I've bought since I've got the GameCube originally. This is I got this version originally, and then at some point the disc got cracked. I think I don't really know what happened, but it just got cracked and wouldn't play again. So I bought another copy, which was this one, which had the bonus disc. Now I did buy it at a GameStop early on back in the day when and unfortunately the bonus disc was missing, but it had the main game. That's fine. And then I was scrolling around on eBay And there was somebody selling this again, but the main disc was gone, but it had the demo disc. So I bought it. So I now have a complete copy of Metroid Prime with the bonus demo disc. It's weird, I know. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I've not beaten this one yet, actually, which is weird. I have all the Medal of Honors. I don't think Vanguard was on GameCube. PN3, kind of a strange case here. It's wasn't produced in super high numbers or sold in super high numbers, so it's kind of a low number game. It's kind of a weird game because it's really not all that desirable either. It's kind of a weird one. My brother-in-law has never even heard of it, and he basically has almost the complete GameCube library. Like, he's only like 20 or so games away. Resident Evil 0, these are like the best ways to play Resident Evil in terms of quality and smooth gameplay. Just because they completely remastered and remade the games, ground up, new graphics, every engine, everything, whole 9 yards, assets. Except for 2 and 3 because they didn't do that way. I don't know why. Soul Calibur 2, so you can play as Link. And I have Smash Brothers right here. I need to recase. I would love to add more GameCube games, but they're kind of getting pricey, so I don't know how I'm going to go about doing that. Okay, and speaking of unquality here, Shovelware Central, known as the Wii. And yes, I'm moving everything over for games. I'll repeat that again. We got so much shovelware. I mean, we got Boogie, we got Build and Race, we got Deer Drive, we got Game Party, we got Jeep Thrills, we got M&M Kart Racer. Yeah, I need to play through some shovelware titles and just torture myself. But I also have some good stuff. I've got Mario Kart Wii, I've got Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, I got the Namco Museum Mega Mix, which is the superior version of that, of the Namco Museum. Quite a few Guitar Heroes. And Just Dances, which I can't play on the channel because of copyright reasons for all the songs. Call of Duty, I don't know if that'd be shovelware or not because the Reflex Edition is the worst way to play Modern Warfare apparently. But I've also got Resident Evil 4 and the worst Resident Evil of all time, Umbrella Chronicles. I freaking absolutely hate this game. But yeah, then I got Mario All-Stars, which is an amazing compilation disc. Mario's Wii, or Super Mario Brothers Wii. Me and my sisters played the absolute crap out of this. In fact, I think this is one of the reasons why we have a worn-out controller. And then I have one Wii U game, only because it came with a bundle of Wii games at a garage sale, and it was buy all or none for that deal. So it's like, you know, why not? I don't even have a Wii U. I should get one. My DS and GBA stuff. They're in cases I need to print out artwork and stuff for them so I can keep them protected. Okay, so we have my shelf of knickknacks and retro consoles. It's kind of like a little 80s corner of sorts. I just need a different TV stand, but yeah, let's take a look what's on here. We've got Dig Dug, the little arcade thing of mine. The little mini Atari, which I need to put back in its box. My Go Retro Portable. My Tiny Arcade Galaga. My stack of original Game Boy games. My original OG Game Boy. I did not have this as a kid. I actually found this at a thrift store, of all things. The only time I've ever seen it. They said it didn't work. It works just fine. I don't know, whatever. Game Boy Color. Picked this up at a pawn stop. The cover was missing, so I put some duct tape on it, and the screen's a little scuffed, and I need to reshell it. That's a future video thing. My original GBA, which I reshelled on a video. It plays amazingly and looks amazing. The NES. So this is actually the original NES I've had since I was a kid. This is the one that was at my grandparents' house, and then it went with me to my house because I wanted to start putting all my consoles in my bedroom, which I had no way to display them or store them, so that was stupid of me. And this also went to the apartment in a box, and now it's here in my game room. It's only failed on me a few times. I've had to re-bend the pins on the edge connector once or twice. I just need to replace that whole assembly at some point. My Vantage controller, which is amazing for playing Pac-Man and Mario and all those other arcade style games. My Wii Zapper that I can use for Duck Hunt and Hogan's Alley. And I even have the quick shot joystick for when I'm playing Top Gun, because I'm one of those kind of people. The Atari 2600 with some controllers like the paddles and the joysticks. So this is actually originally my dad's. This is the one I put the new video cable in. And I have it set here in such a way so I can pull it out from the shelf and set it on like a TV tray or something in front of the TV. Because the controller cables are notoriously short. That's why the cable management sucks. I'm not showing it. My plug and plays. So we have the Atari Flashback 4. I don't remember. Okay, so the thing is with Atari Flashbacks is there's been like so many different versions. I don't remember if early on they were actually like basically like NESs on a chip where they played the games correctly. But I don't remember if this is the last of that version or if this is the first of the more emulation style chip that later ones are using. I don't remember. I need to actually verify that, but yeah. My original Atari plug and play. So me, I have I have twin sisters. And for Christmas one year, our parents bought 3 of these joysticks. To plug and play from Jack Pacific. There's the Atari, the Pac-Man, and there's Miss Pac-Man. I got the Atari, and my sisters fought over the other 2. Obviously, they're not in the greatest shape. And I'm just saying that mine would probably be in the same shape as those because, well, they have stickers on them, but mine doesn't. So I just need to replace them at some point because I don't think that one works very well, and this one does not work at all. I don't even know why I have it, to be honest. Oh, some PC joysticks and controllers that are down here because they don't have a better place for them yet. Some portable televisions. I'm actually working on a video involving these things. I just need to get an antenna adapter so I can plug in a game console into this one so I can play some games portably. My Magnavox wood grain television. I love this thing. So yeah, I don't even remember where I got it. It's just, I've had it for a while, at least a couple years. And it plays games really well. The colors are really good. In fact, I think you've seen this when I did the 151 NES multi-cart. Mad Catz and 64 controller, some more controller or joysticks in the box. But this little TV here, I picked up on a whim. It's from 1977. So it would fit the era for the Atari at least. And I actually got it so I could plug one of the old 8-bit computers in. It has a fault. I need to fix it. In fact, I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to fix it, but we'll have to see. Some extra spare cables that I need to put somewhere else. Some steering wheels that I've collected. This one's kind of a joystick flight yoke one, but it has NASCAR racing thing on it. An Interact V3, and then this is kind of a universal one by Mad Catz. It'll work on the OG Xbox, PS1, PS2, and GameCube, if I remember correctly. I tried it on PS2. This got horrible reviews when it was new because it absolutely has like a weird dead spot and you really can't get it out of it. So it's kind of a strange. I played it. It does have a bit of a dead spot, but you know, that's the nature of the beast with cheap stuff. Just some spare controllers. Like I got a trackball, the Star Raiders numpad, modified Atari controller with a booster grip, some spare NES controllers, and some paddles. And that drawer, I believe, is empty. This is kind of a catch-all entertainment center for right now. My kind of goal is I want to get a mount of some kind to put my phone so it's kind of, you know, like this, so I can do like unboxings of stuff right here. Maybe with a light that shines down, you know, that kind of stuff. But right now it's just a catch-all. I have my games organized that I need to put away. But yeah, that's really the only thing it's doing there right now. Is being a bit of a catch-all, which eventually is going to be a problem if I don't get stuff off there because it'll just keep piling up. Because I know myself. Underneath, I didn't have a better place to put these yet because I kind of want to do something else with this corner for a corner stand that's an actual corner stand. But yeah, I have a Yamaha DVD S796 natural sound DVD, video CD, and CD player. I actually got that at Goodwill for like $5 because I've been looking for one of these older version style DVD players. I'm just really happy that I was able to find one. And it works just fine. I have it hooked up to Component right now, which gives the best video quality that it can. It's hooked up to this TV right now, which I'll talk about that here in a second. But underneath that is my latest acquisition, a karaoke player, so I can serenade people with the silky smoothness of my voice. Okay, I lied. It's a Laserdisc player. Like, that's what it is. It's the CLD V101, I mean. And I had been looking for a Laserdisc player, and this thing popped up as a karaoke machine of all things, because that's what they thought it was. And okay, yes, that is its function first and foremost. It is a karaoke machine. But its secondary function, it'll play all versions of Laserdisc, including CD video. It'll play CD video, which is different than video CD, and all versions of Laserdisc. And if I remember correctly, I kind of want some verification on this. But the CD video thing, that means this thing should be able to play. One of these should be able to play CDI stuff. I don't know about CDI games, but definitely CDI stuff. Now I just need to get some more of Laserdisc movies, because I had one that I picked up a while ago in a bin of vinyl albums. It's a movie I absolutely hate. I don't like it, but I only kept it so I could test the Laserdisc player. I tested it, it works, so now I can get rid of it and get real Laserdisc movies like Star Wars and Jurassic Park and The Abyss and some, good ones. Next we have my flat screen that I use to play my more modern consoles. It's a Sanyo, and it's kind of an older one. It's 720p. It's been around for a while. I need to get rid of it and replace it with something else, because it's only 720p, which wouldn't be that big a deal. But the side buttons don't work. I have to actually use a remote to do anything, because if I push the button on the side, it'll either just randomly change the volume, or randomly change channel, or randomly change input, and it's annoying, and I hate it. But it's a flat screen, and it's, it's just for my modern consoles. In fact, I think what I want to do at some point is just get a little bit different one. I think there's one upstairs I could put in here, but anyway, lost power a while ago, so I had a battery operated light down here. Anyway, my modern consoles, I have the PS3, the 360e, and my Wii. So yeah, this shelf, I don't like the black part of it because it does show all of the dust. I don't have anything hooked up yet. I do have all the splitters ready to go back there, but nothing's hooked up yet. I plan to, at least in the next week or two, because I want to start playing some games again. And get back into playing games and recording some games and doing some gameplay footage stuff. So, yeah. And there's room on top for one more console, maybe one more console down here. I do want to get a Wii U and put right there. Maybe a PS4 at some point in the future, just to get one while I can, before prices on those start skyrocketing for whatever frickin' reason. Oh, my Game Capture PC, which you've seen I built and I fixed and that kind of stuff. It's all hooked up, ready to go. I just need to run the HDMI cable from that to that, so that I can watch it record stuff through OBS. We have, sorry for the tray here, we have my splitter system, which I don't like. I need to get actual 8-way splitters, because it's kind of stupid. So, video 1 and video 2 are both over there, but they're two separate splitters. And then they go out to that, and then the output to that goes into that third one. So yeah, it's a stupid way of doing it. I don't have a better way of doing it. In fact, that is actually overkill for what I have down here. My one sole working VCR. Nothing special. It's a Sansui 4-head hi-fi stereo. The only one I have that works. Every other one has an issue. All right, and then we have my television. This is a... Okay, so my wife... I know my wife's going to kill me if I tell her I brought home a CRT. But I was looking for a flat tube CRT for a while for all my retro consoles, because they just kind of have a better look. It's not a Trinitron, it's kind of a Trinitron clone. It's got really great color depth, really great resolution. Everything's nice and crisp and clear on S-Video. And that's why it's here. It's kind of it's the last CRT I'm going to bring home until I find one I really want, which is one of those, a legitimate Trinitron or a Sony Wiga. But yeah, good luck with that. And we have here, my VIC-20. I'm actually preparing a video where I play or test all of these games and make sure they all work. Spoilers. We have my PC game collection. Really some stuff of note is my Deer Hunter game. I have Flight Simulator 2000, 2004, and Flight Sim X. I have the physical version of GTA 5, SimCity 2000, StarCraft, which I don't think I can play anymore, Star Wars Knights, TIE Fighter, the Tomb Raider Trilogy Collection, the special edition of Unreal Tournament, a mess I need to clean up, the biggest frickin' game box in existence that I can't really put anywhere except for this because of how big it is. A game from Eidos that actually does specifically call for a 3DFX chip. Need for Speed Special Edition, Oregon Trail 2. I mean, who doesn't have Oregon Trail? Mist, Riven, and Exile. Mercenaries. This game actually has a few different versions for it. Apparently there's like 12 different versions for this game that have different drivers for different 3D chips, apparently. This one's the 3DFX and Rendition V-Write release. Then we have Half-Life 2. I can't play it. It sucks because it's that later release that requires Steam, and I hate it. Hate it. Anyway, another tower speaker. And then we have my other consoles. So starting top to bottom, left to right. We have, turn on my light here. There we go. We have my original Super Nintendo that I've had for years. Reliable, it works. I have had to do very little to this except for clean the edge connector and give it a good scrubbing. The Genesis Model 2 I picked up a while ago. My Sega Saturn, which my brother-in-law gave me. So funny story with this is he had two. I fixed something for him and he gave me this one. This breaks a rule. Don't buy games you don't have a console for, and don't buy a console you don't have games for. I have one game, and it's Panzer Dragoon. I need to fix that, but Saturn games are pretty pricey right now. Anyway, my N64, which I actually got a while ago. It's black on gray, which is fine. I think it'd be kind of neat to have one of the colored ones, but you know what? I'm not too picky on it. My PS2 Fat that I picked up on a whim on a garage sale. I mean, my wife already still has hers. It's the PS2 Slim, but I kind of wanted the fat one so I could put the hard drive in it and get the full feature out of all my games. My original PS1, which while I'm here, this is one me and my sisters played all the time, and I've always been kind of curious about how old this one is. May 99. Yep. Okay. So one of the last ones before the PS1 Slim came out with that little white one. The GameCube with my Smash Edition controller. That's the original one I've had for years growing up. I've retro-brighted the front piece, replaced the battery, polished the jewel. Works fantabulously. I've never had an issue with it. And then my OG Xbox. Works flawlessly, works perfectly. I even have the Duke and a game pack. So yeah. Awesome. And then we have a rolly cart with some extra controllers, my Bell & Howell Apple II. I want to get all my computer stuff out of this room besides the 2GS, the Commodore and the other 8-bits, and the XP machine. And then put all the other computers in the other room because have this just be that for gaming. Finally, we have this new shelf I've put up. I've got these things here. They're super giant Super Nintendo controllers that had t-shirts in them. I'm missing the Zelda one. I never got a chance to get it. I kind of want to track one down. I don't care about the shirt. I just want the cartridge. But we got my Sonic, Crash, and Tetris G Fuel. I don't even drink energy drinks, so that's fine. Got some Pac-Man themed energy drinks, Sonic and Bob Ross. A nice Mario coffee cup my wife got me, an Assassin's Creed cup I got myself. Some more PS1 demo stuff I just put over here for right now. The His and Hers Xbox One controllers. Fallout merch. Mario Watch. The Diddy Kong Racing promo VHS. The Super Mario Bros. Movie thing. That's my kids, clearly. It's not mine. So yeah. That is my little game room. My little slice of retro heaven. So yeah. So yeah, with that being said, this is my short little game room tour, and also something else that I want to do for the 500 subscriber milestone is I'm slowly starting to work on getting some social medias for the channel. As of right now, there's just an Instagram. I will put a link down below, and I'll put a link somewhere on the screen. There's nothing there yet. There's just a couple pictures so far. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with the Instagram, besides posting like some random pictures of like. Maybe some parts of my collection that I have that I find are neat or something like that, or any retro finds or stuff like that.
or maybe behind the scenes little snippet clips that I don't put on shorts or anywhere else. I am still working on some other social medias like a Facebook and a Twitter, but obviously with things going on, I just haven't had time to do it. So there's an Instagram. I am getting some social medias for the channel to make it more of a cohesive unit. But yeah, that being said, thank you everyone for watching this game room tour video. I'd love to hear your thoughts on my game room. Anything that you think I could add to it, or if you have any questions of any of my games like that, or if you want to see any of my games specifically played, put it down in the comments and I will get to them in a timely fashion. I hope you liked the video. If you did like it, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to help the channel grow. I want to take this channel as far as I can take it. If it stalls out at some point in the future, it stalls out. I can't help that. I can't change it. I can't stop it. But I'm going to take this channel as far as I can take it as of right now. I don't have another milestone planned, except for this. I am going to do I'm softly planning a live stream at 1,000 subscribers, because that's going to be the official mark for the channel. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It might just be a Q&A thing. Obviously, I need to make sure I have the equipment to do that. Get some help and some time off for that. But with that being said, that's the plan. That's the goal. That's the video. So that being said, again, thank you everyone for watching not only this video, but every video so far. Subscribing and commenting and liking and even disliking the videos up to this point. I can't wait to see how far I can take this channel and how far I can go with it. But still, regardless of that, it's a huge thanks to all of you for following me for the past 2.5 years, subscribing and helping my little hobby here continue to grow. And again, I can't wait to see how far this goes. So that being said, again, thank you all for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.